Teresa, Joe, baby. Hi.
An article in the Evening Post said that 1/3 of all of the people that join the military actually give up within the first year. And most of those people quit while they're in basic training. They quit or they get kicked out. You need to prepare before you go. Don't just go and think that they're going to teach you everything, because you're just building yourself up to not succeed. I joined the military 7 years ago when I was 18, right out of high school. One of the best things that you can do is to get into shape before you go. BMT also teaches skills and attitude. It's not just about being in shape. You need to be prepared emotionally to deal with it. And you also need to be prepared mentally to deal with things that come up while you're stressed out, so that you can still handle the situation. The biggest thing, though, is to be in shape. If you go to military.com, it tells you exactly what the standards are. So you can look that up and figure out where you're going to be expected to be before you even join. Just for reference, for a man under 30, you have to be able to run 1.5 miles in 13 minutes. And for a girl, it's 16 minutes. So it's not an unattainable goal. It's something that you should definitely shoot for, though, before you join. And then you'll get better as you go. Don't think that you're just going to get better, because you will get in better shape once you're there. But it's good to start out not at the bottom. If you don't know where to start, though, that's what your recruiter's there for. Your recruiter will help you work out. He'll work out with you. And there's also a lot of other enlistees there that you can work out with as well. And they'll help you get started so that you can succeed. Staff Sergeant Vulcan, one of the MTIs when I was there, told me that that they kind of pick out the people who are in the worst shape when they first get there, and then they watch their every move. So when they do anything wrong, they have to make them work out or do push-ups or whatever, run, and that just helps them get into shape more. So the worse shape that you're in when you go in, the bigger target you are too. So it's not just about physical. Just if you want to stay low profile, which you do, it's good to prepare before you go. But it's not all just about being in shape. You have to be emotionally prepared to join as well. A lot of people that join are older. You know, they're not just 18. They're not just coming from their parents' house and have their rules. They're older. They've lived on their own, and it's harder for them to have someone telling them what to do all the time. So just be prepared to listen and do whatever they want you to do, and just get through it. It's only 8 weeks long. One thing that a lot of people don't think about before they join is all of the downtime. There really is a lot of downtime. There's 24 hours a day, and you're only sleeping like 6 of them. So there is a lot of time where you're just hanging out and not doing a whole lot. And this is a good time to meet friends and make good relationships with all the other people that are going through the exact same thing you are. BMT is about breaking you down and building you back up. So don't go in there with an attitude. Don't talk back. You're just going to make it harder on yourself in the end. One thing that Rob Powers is an MTI that wrote a book, and one thing that he said is that you have to remember that the MTIs are people too, and they want you to succeed. Yeah, they're mean and they're intimidating, but when it comes down to it, they want you to succeed. So if you're actually having an issue, don't be afraid to go to them and talk to them. They're real people too, and they're there so that you succeed. But other than emotionally, you need to study too. There's things that you have to learn while you're there. You have classes that you go to every day. Don't just take these for granted. You need to actually pay attention and listen. You have 3 tests that you have to pass before you can get through. So make sure that you study beforehand and so that you can do well on them. Don't just blow it off. Your recruiter's going to give you a book before you go. Don't just throw in a corner and wait till you go, because you're just going to hurt yourself in the end. And one of the biggest things that you can learn before you go is the ranks. You're expected to know the ranks. It's just obvious that you need to know them. And the MTIs will come by whenever, and they can ask you. And if you get it wrong, you can get kicked out right there. So know what you're supposed to know. You're under stress. They do it for a reason. They're trying to see how you can handle the situation. So just be prepared ahead of time so that you know it, so it won't be so bad. In summary, basic training, it's scary. It's stressful, but it can also be really exciting and really fun, as long as you're ready for it. There's no real way to be 100% ready for what's going to be thrown at you, but by getting in shape and being prepared emotionally and studying beforehand, your chances of making it through are much higher. So good luck, and I hope you make it through.
We're all still here. Up. Bye.